Japan's bond markets are, quote, imploding.
The Japanese economy has been struggling with low growth and high public debt.
Japan has hit the wall.
If everyone stops buying US debt, shockwaves would spread not only to the US, but to the entire global financial system.
We are headed straight down the same path as Japan.
So we are currently in a Lehman Brothers moment meltdown. And if you're like, but Bravo, the markets went up today. It's not happening here. It's happening in Japan. Hold your horses. Coming in from USA Today, we have an image of retail. And just like that, everything's fine. Then it's like, hey, wait a minute. Well, what's happening? What happened to the ground beneath our feet? And just to let you know, I know everyone's like, the stock market prices in. No, the stock market's usually the last person to know that she's been cheating on you. Kind of like when she went on that girls trip on the cruise because she had to get her wiggles out. I'll tell you, she probably got a lot more than wiggles out. So do not put any faith, hope, or trust in the stock market. It's had a very long, dirty past for cheating on you. But here we is, breaking. Japan has officially lost its status as the world's top creditor, like us, right? That's because we're all on the same boat. We're just going down together. So if you want to know where we're going, look at China, look at Japan, look at the world for the first time in 34 years. That would be over 3 decades, LA Unified, okay? And a decade is 10 years. Just trying to reinforce this. Japan's finance ministry has announced the game is up. They have lost complete control of their monetary system, which I explained to you yesterday. Japan thought it would be a really good idea to not buy their own bonds. Well, all hell broke loose. And for those of you that might be a little confused, I have a knack for teaching. I'll explain it. You list your house for $1 million, okay? No one wants it. So you buy your house for $1 million. And if you're like, you can't sell your house and then buy your house back. Okay, you start an LLC and you buy your house back. And now you're like, wow, look at the value of this house. The other houses were selling for $900. I got $1 million. And that is what is going on in Japan. That's here. And everyone's like, we have a very strong economy. And then people like me come out and go, it really isn't. Look what we're doing. And just to let you know how to fix our bond market is buy it. And just FYI, that's a coming. But just know you can only do this for so long. We're in that so long stage. We're in Japan, they say so long, sayonara. Also, yesterday, I screwed the pooch. And I do this all the time. Memorial Day, Labor Day. Yes, I know the difference. I also screw up on Capitol and White House and which hole. Because I will walk in and the Asian girl will say, hello, Mr. Bravo. Would you like the front hole or the back hole? And she knows. I always take the back because it's warmer. Ugh. You know when the donut holes come off the assembly line, the back ones are always the warmest. Super fresh too. All right, so let's scroll at this post and see what we got. Oh, so who's number one? All right, I'm going to answer that, Bob. Germany now. I think Germany's number one. But they're also in a recession, and they're all dying. Okay. Japan is no longer the top creditor, first time in 34 years. Here's why it matters. Yeah, I can give you 100,000 reasons. Japan losing its top creditor status might actually wake-up call. And I say no one's going to wake up until they have to. Japan's bond market liquidity. Now, here we go again. Offsides, no one's on the other side, also known as price discovery. See, if you have everyone selling, no one buying, you try to find a floor. Well, unless the government goes, I'll buy it. Kind of like what is going on here. Even homes. I'll get to that in just a moment. Japan's bond market liquidity is currently dropped to what? 2008 Lehman crisis levels. Are we about to experience another financial crisis, collapse? There is your chart in blue. That is liquidity. And JGB is deteriorating, and there is your black. That is your BPS, which is just surpassing 2008 with liquidity not far behind, right? There we go. So it starts over there. It rolls over here. You got Jamie Dimon. He's warning you. See, again, the bond market. Everyone's, whoa, what's a bond? Well, a bond is money in a debt-based system. It's used for all sorts of things. Collateral, you name it. Safety. But JP Morgan Chase, Jamie Dimon, is coming out saying junkiest junk is offering a warning sign for debt. And I can give you this article, but what they're going to say is 2008 all over again. Oh, and I like these AI takeaways. like AI taking away your job. I'm going to get to that. I got some stuff that is going to blow your mind. Sounds like Kitty is coming in through the back door, probably with clothes. New clothes. I bailed her out of jail. Today, she is officially out. Well, unless it's the house cleaner. I don't know. I'm not turning around. Wall Street Titans. See over there. It says new, including Jamie Dimon, Josh, are warning that the credit market may not be pricing in enough risk. Oh, it's coming, citing concerns about slower growth. I want to highlight that. I'm not going to highlight it. Put it in your brain. Slower growth, higher inflation, and the possibility of what? The R word? Let me break this down. Recession, yes. Check. Slower growth. Check. Yes. Inflation. Yes, but it's going to change. Because the solution for higher prices is lower prices. Well, meaning if you don't have the liquidity, you ain't buying it. You got to wait till it comes to a price that you can actually buy it. Oh, and coming in from me, J Bravo Inc. Do you see how it's written? J Bravo Inc. That's it. Any underscores, doesn't have the blue check. It's fake. They just want your Bitcoin. Just FYI, I'm never going to follow you. So if you get a follow from the fake account and go like, oh my gosh, J Bravo's following, how much can I give you? Fake account, they set up fake trading exchanges and you send them your Bitcoin and you lose it. The price of credit default swaps on U.S. government debt is rising to its highest level since 2023. One of the highest levels since 2008. Boy, making America a credit risk again. Bravo, your hair's in the way. Okay, I'll move it up. Here, see I circle it for you. Go over to 2008. Here, I'll grab my pointer. You see? You come all the way over. Hello, 2008. All over again. And remember back in the day when all those insurers that couldn't insure all imploded? Well, look. Oh my gosh, breaking news. Japan's largest life insurance suffer staggering losses after what? Bond market, that is the monetary system you live in, implodes. But now to answer the question, if everything is imploding, Bravo, why is the market up today? Well, I will show you. Retail investors aren't scared of the stock market. That will only make the sell-off worse, as regular investors have been, quote, buying the dip aggressively. Warren Buffett, all CEOs, all hedge funds, everyone is like, that was a great party. Actually, MarketWatch uses be fearful when others are greedy. As we are currently sitting at greed, and can you believe a month ago, we were right here. And for you investors, buy here, sell there, short there, go on vacation here. But just in case you're like, well, what are we doing in this market? The last trade. All right, what's going on? Qs. You still are not above the Bravo right here, the Bravo 9. Yes, I know the orange man made a tweet. You gapped. This is on the daily. You have a gap. You got to come down here and fill it. It's always days like this that people are like, oh, what a fool. So that's on the Qs. On the Dow Jones Industrial Average, you're still on the Bravo 9. Underneath the 200, underneath my reactor. The SPY, you're currently hitting your head on the reactor. You're still below the Bravo 9. You have a gap to fill right here and right here. Right now, you're in a holding pattern. It is a wait and see. And if you're like, but I don't have time, I want to trade every single day. Well, I have watch lists. This was in my bull market watch list, which the price on that is going up. And so did my profit of 155%. And all you had to do was take out one contract. Because I screwed up my sale yesterday, I will carry it over for one more hour, if whatever course. And there are courses that are going to be, I don't want to use the word deleted. If you own it, you'll have it for life. If you don't, you'll never be able to get it ever again. If there was something that you wanted, $199, pick and choose. I think I'm going to delete 2 of them. Can I give you a recommendation on what 2 courses, if you do not have, get options, okay? Futures. Futures if you're broke, options if you want to understand leverage. If you're brand new, just start with my new course, the AI one, which is right here. I'm talking about it. And that one's $299 plus you get my bear market course for free. Basically, you're paying what? $149 or whatever. Because I'm trying to create safety nets because this is going to take your job. Learn how to trade, especially with AI. Oh my gosh, have it work for you. My strategies, then put AI on it and you're a winner. I have to jump on a plane in a few minutes and fly back and film another one. Bail Kitty out of jail and so she can come back and make more poor choices. Look at this and please let it settle. Now, if you're a multimillionaire and yada, yada, fine. You're still going to be affected by this. You gotta get ahead of the curve. Like I said earlier, be like Wayne Gretzky. Go where the football is going, not where it's at. Many people will lose their well-paid jobs, from doctors to lawyers to teachers. I'm seeing this. I'm actually not using people anymore. Investment bankers, I got you on this one. Lawyers, consultants, accountants, doctors, designers, architects. It will be brutal, folks. Buckle up. As Goldman Sachs says, CEO, this is from the CEO, AI can now draft 95% of an S1 IPO in minutes. That's a prospectus that no one reads. A job that used to require 6-person team, multiple weeks. The last 5% now matters because the rest is now a commodity. You're like, well, I'm a doctor. I'm never going to lose my job. I'm going to show you 101 ways. Let's just listen to the first one.
This is scary because I developed this skill over 20 years. I just, boom, look at an x-ray and say, oh, here we go. We have right middle lobe pneumonia, maybe left upper lobe consolidation. Patient is very sick. She has bilateral pneumonia. We need to take care of her. Here comes AI, and of course, they pick it up in a second. So now, you don't need professional eyes to look at these x-rays. You just have artificial intelligence, and they picked up the pneumonia. So I'm going to be applying to McDonald's soon. I hope they have some openings.
Also, since I got you on the line, while you're going into denial, that's what happens every time. Once you wake up from the denial, you're like, I need to create another stream of passive income. I'm not just sending you a life vest. I'm sending you Kitty's helicopter. Actually, Kitty just did a whole blood. You draw, here, watch. I'll show you what AI does. You draw your blood. You send it to a lab. It'll tell you more than anything. All the biomarkers, it scans everything, but it doesn't tell you what to do. It tells you everything that you have and everything that you might get. It also told her biological age, which was 37. So that means she's a lot older than she looks. But anywho, she uploads it all into ChatGPT. It's like, this is what you're gonna do, this is this. It has literally become her doctor, her physician, therapist. Oh, that's a whole nother ball game. I was hanging out with our kids this weekend, it is this weekend. They're like, oh my gosh, all my friends are using it as a therapist. So they fired their therapist. And if you're like, what? You'll get there. So just in case, for those of you that are in denial, I've seen this a bazillion times. I don't know. I was probably dropped so many times as a kid that it doesn't affect me, the fear, all that. I'm like, I just get there. Remember driving a car, the Thomas Guide, and you're like, well, you can just use your, I'd never trust that. Here, hold on, page 72. Or it's like, I don't need that phone. What is that thing? I got one on the wall. It works perfectly. I'll never lose my job as a contract attorney, looking at contracts. Yeah, if you can visually see it, so can AI. I actually just uploaded the bill, the Congress thing that everyone's like, oh, it's the big, beautiful bill. Uploaded it, break it all down, draw pictures for me. Create a movie, upload it. I just had to sign a very big document. Did I send it to my attorney? Nope. Upload it, broke it all down. You're a high-paid attorney. Tell me what to do, how to negotiate. Boom. Even as a professional trader, every morning, let's just say I wake up with a hangover and the screens, I have 4 of them, but it turns into like 8. I say, yo, AI, what's going on? And it's like, you got a falling wedge, you got a double top, your entry's here, your exit's there. And yes, it is all in the course. All I do on this channel is try to protect you for what is coming. Remember when Steve Jobs held up an iPad and I'm like, oh, there goes my book business. And something that you need to understand is technology will take very big jumps. And here's something even crazier. I was working with a guy, very wealthy. That's what Donald Trump, more than me. It was in an area I had no knowledge about. And within one prompt, this is what he said. He's like, I didn't even know that existed. He goes, bro, he may have said, bro, you just leapfrogged over my 40 years of experience and you're ahead of me. And if you are scared about this, you don't have to be. You just need to learn about it. And it also depends on where you're at. I mean, if you're worth $1 billion, you don't need this. I mean, you still need to know how to move your money. And then at the end of the day, start a business, move money. But now it's basically just trade because it is the business. So now you don't need to create them. It's right at your finger. And making money is so pathetically easy now. You just need to know how to do it. And if you are a gift horse, please, I lead you to the water. Just drink. Also, that sale that I'm doing, it's gone. When am I going to do the next Christmas? And I can't even guarantee that those courses will still be around. So that risk is yours. Love you. See you tomorrow. Jumping on a plane.